Merry Christmas to all. This season isn't about the picture-perfect moments or the glimmering lights, it's about the courage to show up as we are, with all our messy, beautiful humanity. Christmas invites us to embrace vulnerability, to give and receive love, to let people in, even when our instinct is to guard our hearts. The magic of this season doesn't come from perfection, it's born from connection, the kind that sparks when we dare to let our guard down and say, I'm here and I care. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as weakness, but in truth, it's our greatest measure of courage. During the holiday season, this courage becomes even more important because Christmas at its core is about connection. It's about showing up for each other, sharing joy, and finding strength in togetherness. To do that, we must be willing to let go of our armor, the defenses we put up to protect ourselves, and instead open our hearts. The holidays bring with them an array of emotions. For many, it's a time of celebration and joy, but for others, it might be a season marked by grief, loneliness, or unspoken tension. Vulnerability allows us to meet these emotions head-on, both in ourselves and in others. It's the moment when you ask a loved one how they're really doing, not just to make small talk, but because you care about their answer. It's having the courage to say, I miss you, or I need you, even when you're unsure of the response. Vulnerability opens the door to authenticity, and that's where genuine connection thrives. Think about the gatherings you've experienced, whether with family, friends, or colleagues. The ones that stand out aren't perfect dinners or flawlessly orchestrated events. They're the moments when someone tells a story that makes everyone laugh or shares a memory that brings tears. Those moments are born from vulnerability. It takes courage to share ourselves, to say, this is who I am, and this is what I'm feeling, but in doing so, we create space for others to do the same. And that's where the magic happens. Christmas is also a time of giving, and vulnerability plays a role here too. It's easy to give material gifts, but the greatest gifts often require more of us. Giving our time, our attention, and our true selves, these are acts of vulnerability. They require us to step into the uncertainty of connection, not knowing how our efforts will be received, but trusting that the act of giving is meaningful in itself. On the other side of giving is receiving, which can be just as vulnerable. Accepting help, love, or kindness without feeling like we have to repay it is a courageous act. It says, I'm worthy of this care and connection. When we allow ourselves to receive openly, we honor the giver's vulnerability as well. In a season often filled with expectations, both external and internal vulnerability is a reminder to let go of perfection and embrace humanity. It tells us that it's okay to feel deeply, to share openly, and to show up imperfectly. When we do, we create bonds that are far stronger and more enduring than anything superficial. This Christmas, let's dare to be vulnerable. Let's show up with open hearts, ready to connect with those we love, and willing to be seen for who we truly are. Because in that courage, we find the true spirit of the season, a spirit of love, acceptance, and profound connection. The holiday season often comes with a powerful temptation, the pursuit of perfection. From meticulously decorated homes to elaborately planned meals and orchestrated family traditions, we can find ourselves striving to create a picture-perfect Christmas. But in this quest for flawlessness, we risk losing sight of what truly makes the season meaningful, the genuine moments of connection, joy, and love. The truth is, perfection is an illusion, and chasing it can leave us feeling more stressed and disconnected than fulfilled. Embracing imperfection, on the other hand, allows us to experience the holidays with a sense of authenticity and joy. It opens the door to moments that are messy, unscripted, and beautifully real, the moments we're likely to remember long after the season has passed. Think about the times that have truly brought you joy during Christmas. Was it the perfectly baked cookies or the ones that burned but made everyone laugh? Was it the flawless family photo or the candid one where someone's hair was out of place, but the smiles were genuine? More often than not, it's the imperfect moments that stick with us because they remind us of our shared humanity. They allow us to connect not as polished versions of ourselves, but as real, relatable people. Finding joy in imperfection also means letting go of the pressure to meet unrealistic standards. The season is not about how things look, it's about how they feel. It's about creating spaces where people feel welcomed and loved, not judged or measured. A slightly crooked Christmas tree, or a meal that didn't go as planned, doesn't diminish the spirit of the holidays. If anything, it enhances it by showing that the focus is on togetherness rather than appearances. The idea of good enough is powerful. It doesn't mean settling for mediocrity, but recognizing that what matters most is already present. The love in a family gathering, the thoughtfulness behind a gift, or the laughter shared over a board game, these are the things that make Christmas truly special. Perfection pales in comparison to the richness of these authentic experiences. Allowing for imperfection also makes room for grace. Grace for yourself when things don't go according to plan, and grace for others when they fall short of expectations. The holidays can be stressful, and everyone is navigating their own challenges. By letting go of the need for everything to be just right, we can approach the season with more compassion and understanding, both for ourselves and for those around us. When we focus on meaning rather than perfection, we shift our perspective. We stop worrying about what the holidays are supposed to look like and start appreciating them for what they are. This Christmas, let's celebrate the messy, imperfect, and wonderfully human moments that make the season real. Let's allow ourselves to laugh at the mishaps, savor the unscripted, and find joy in the unexpected. Because when we embrace imperfection, we open ourselves to the true magic of the season, one rooted in love, connection, and joy. Gratitude has a remarkable power to transform our perspective, and during the holiday season, a time often marked by busyness, expectations, and even stress, it becomes an anchor that grounds us in what truly matters. Amid the whirlwind of shopping, planning, and social gatherings, gratitude allows us to pause, reflect, and find meaning in the present moment. It shifts our focus from what is lacking to the abundance already in our lives. The holidays are a paradoxical time for many. While they are meant to be a season of joy and togetherness, they can also bring feelings of overwhelm or comparison. The endless stream of advertisements, social media posts, and holiday to-do lists can make us feel like we're falling short. Gratitude, however, cuts through this noise. It reminds us that the most meaningful aspects of Christmas love, connection, and generosity cannot be measured or bought. Gratitude begins with a simple act: noticing. When we take the time to notice the small blessings in our lives, we open our hearts to a deeper appreciation of the present. It might be the warmth of a fire on a cold evening, the sound of laughter echoing through the house, or the kindness of a stranger holding the door. These moments, though small, hold immense power to remind us of the beauty in everyday life. During the holidays, gratitude also strengthens our relationships. Expressing appreciation for others, whether through a heartfelt note, a thoughtful gesture, or simply saying thank you, deepens our connections. It tells the people around us that they matter and that their presence in our lives is valued. In a season that celebrates togetherness, gratitude becomes a bridge that brings us closer to one another. Gratitude also offers a sense of perspective. It's easy to get caught up in the chaos of the season, but when we practice gratitude, we gain clarity about what truly deserves our time and energy. The gifts under the tree pale in comparison to the gift of spending time with loved ones. The perfect holiday meal is less important than the conversations shared around the table. Gratitude helps us see the season through a lens of what is real and lasting, rather than what is fleeting or material. Even in challenging circumstances, gratitude can be a source of comfort and resilience. For those facing loss, loneliness, or hardship during the holidays, gratitude doesn't dismiss the pain, but provides a way to hold both grief and hope. It allows us to honor what we have, even as we acknowledge what is missing. This Christmas, let's make gratitude a daily practice. Start by writing down 3 things you're grateful for each day, no matter how small. Share your appreciation with the people around you. And when the chaos of the season feels overwhelming, take a moment to pause, breathe, and remember all that is good. In leaning into gratitude, we find peace amid the bustle and rediscover the true spirit of the season, a spirit rooted in love, presence, and a profound sense of enough. The holiday season is a poignant reminder that we are not meant to journey through life alone. At its core, Christmas is about the spirit of togetherness, the connection we share with family, friends, and our larger communities. In a world that often feels hurried and fragmented, this season offers an opportunity to pause, gather, and nurture the relationships that ground us. Togetherness doesn't have to be grand or elaborate to be meaningful. Sometimes the simplest forms of connection carry the greatest weight. It might be sitting around the table for a meal, sharing stories by the fire, or bundling up for a walk with someone you love. These moments don't require perfection or fanfare, they require presence. The magic of togetherness lies in the act of showing up for one another, of saying, I see you and you matter to me. In a time when technology often dominates our interactions, the holidays invite us to return to the basics of human connection. Putting aside our screens and giving someone our undivided attention is a gift in itself. It's in the laughter shared during a board game, the quiet comfort of watching a holiday movie together, or the joy of collaborating to decorate the tree. These simple acts build memories that last far longer than any material gift ever could. Togetherness also transcends proximity. For those who are separated by distance, a heartfelt letter, a video call, or a thoughtfully chosen gift can bridge the gap. The essence of connection isn't about being in the same room, it's about letting people know they are in your heart. Even small gestures, a quick check-in, or a kind word can make a significant impact. The power of togetherness becomes even more profound during the holidays because it fosters a sense of belonging. To feel seen, heard, and valued is a universal human need. And when we gather with others, whether in person or virtually, we remind each other that we are part of something greater than ourselves. This sense of belonging is a cornerstone of well-being and happiness, and it is what makes the season truly special. Even in its simplest forms, togetherness has the ability to heal. For those who are grieving, lonely, or struggling during the holidays, the presence of a caring friend or family member can be a lifeline. A warm smile, a shared memory, or simply sitting in silence with someone can convey a message that words sometimes cannot. You are not alone. This Christmas, let's honor the power of togetherness. Let's make the effort to reach out to those we care about, whether near or far. Let's prioritize connection over perfection, presence over production, and relationships over routines. And let's remember that even the smallest acts of togetherness, a kind gesture, a shared laugh, or a moment of quiet companionship can create ripples of love and connection that last far beyond the season. In coming together, we rediscover the true heart of Christmas, a celebration of love, unity, and the enduring strength of community. In the end, Christmas is not about the grandeur of our celebrations, but the depth of our connections. It is a season that calls us to embrace vulnerability, finding courage in showing up as we are, and inviting others to do the same. It reminds us to let go of the pursuit of perfection, discovering joy in the messy, unscripted moments that make life beautiful. Gratitude becomes our compass, guiding us to see the abundance in what we have and grounding us amidst the season's chaos. Above all, Christmas celebrates the power of togetherness, the simple, profound act of being present for one another. As the lights twinkle and the season unfolds, may we hold on to these truths. May we open our hearts to the love and connection that surrounds us, lean into the imperfect beauty of the moment, and cherish the relationships that give life its meaning. Let this Christmas be a time not just of celebration but of reflection, appreciation, and connection, a season that reminds us of the strength and magic found in our shared humanity. Merry Christmas to all, and may the spirit of love, gratitude, and togetherness carry you through this season and into the year ahead.